Hello there, and welcome to another review of the Legion pre-patch class specializations. Now reviewing the protection spec of the Paladin. So let's go ahead and see what it changed before, from before and onto the patch. So I believe I didn't play protection on Warlords, but I believe that it remained the same as it was in Mists of Pandaria. You had Holy Power to be consumed on several other abilities. Mainly, the spec was based on keeping the buff that Shield of the Righteous does, which reduces the damage you take. So you'll have to build Holy Powers in order to waste the Shield of the Righteous, so that you can take less damage. So let's just take a quick analysis here of the talents. So we have Ardent Defender, which reduces damage taken by 20% for 8 seconds, and when it's while it's active, if you die, you will instead be brought, you will instead have your health back to 12%. 12%, yes, that's what it is. So if you get an attack that would kill you while the defender is activated, it will actually bring you back to 12% of your maximum health. Not much, but better than nothing, right? It's actually kind of hard to tap this one, to make good use of this one, because well, if you're going to die, unless if you're in a PvP environment, on a PvE, as the bosses are right now, it's kind of hard to use this one. So then we have Cleanse Toxins, which cleanses poison and disease effects from your allies. We have Avenger's Shield, which it throws the shield at an enemy target, dealing away damage, interrupting and silencing the non-player target for 3 seconds. So they remove the silence from this effect on PvP, and then jumping to 2 additional nearby enemies. Very well. So then we have Consecration. It has a nice effect now, as you may want to see. There it is. Kinda nice now. Then we have Avenging Wrath, increase all damage and healing you deal by 35% for 20 seconds, 2 minutes cooldown, pretty good. The famous Bubble, Divine Shield, you already know what this one it protects you from everything for 8 seconds. Blessing of Freedom, place a blessing on the party or raid member, granting immunity to movement impairing effects. Divine Steed, the same as the effect of the Crusaders class on Diablo 3. Blessing of Protection makes someone immune to physical attacks. Flash of Light, quick but expensive heal. Then we have Blessing of Sacrifice. It's very good to use on an off tank, or if you are an off tank, to use on the main tank, so on. Guardian of Ancient Kings powers you with the Spirit of Ancient Kings, reducing all damage you take by 50%. This is the main defensive cooldown. Then we have the Stun, Hammer of Justice, Rebuke, the Interrupt, Hammer of the Righteous. Now the Protection Paladin doesn't have Crusader Strike. I believe it had on Warlords, but I may be wrong, because I didn't play Protection nor Holy at all on Warlords. It was just Retribution to have the garrison to level 3 and farm a lot of gold. Don't judge me. So we have Rebuke, the Interrupt. Hammer of the Righteous is it has 2 charges, and so what it does, it deals damage, and while you are standing in your Consecration, Hammer of the Righteous also causes a wave of light that hits all the other targets within. So now it requires you to have Consecration up in order to deal AoE damage, and you can keep Consecration up all the time, so not a big deal. Hand of Reckoning, it's the taunt. Shield of the Righteous, now you don't have holy power, so instead this one only has it has 2 charges and you can use them at will. So what it does is it slams the target with your shield, causing holy damage and reducing the damage you take by 34%. And this one, I believe it is an increased duration from before, for 4.5 seconds. While we are standing in our consecration, Shield of the Righteous effects are increased by 20%. So that's 20% of those 34%, which is, I'm not going to do this, around 40 or something percent. So kind of an improvement. Then we have Judgment, and Judgment reduces the remaining cooldown on Shield of the Righteous by 1 second or 2 seconds on a critical strike. So this can be a spec where you should actually go for some more crit, because 2 seconds on Shield of the Righteous is kind of good, like very good. So when it ends, then heals a friendly target for an amount equal to your maximum health, and then we have Light of the Protector, which calls on the light to heal you for 26% of your missing health. While we are standing in the consecration, Light of the Protector's healing is increased by 20%. So let's try a little bit. Let's see if we don't die to this one. If I can. I don't know if I'm lagging or... yeah, okay. So here we are. Let's keep consecration up here. Oh, I can't. I can't use it. Okay. Very well. This one clearly, the dummy clearly kicks the shit out of me. So, but you had an idea. We have to keep. We can't even. I don't know if it was the lag. I had a brief lag there. Sorry about that. But I don't know even if it was the lag, because I couldn't. But probably it wasn't, because it has 8 seconds cooldown. So. Alright, so we have the analysis. Let's just see the kind of passive. So Grand Crusader, when you avoid a melee attack or use Hammer of the Righteous, you have a 50% chance to reset the remaining cooldown on Adventure Shield. It's a proc. Heart of the Crusader, increase your amount of speed by 20%, and then we have the Mastery, which increases damage reduction from Shield of the Righteous and increase your chance to block melee attacks by 80%. Also increase your attack power by 18%. Okay. So let's take a look at the talents here and see what would be best for PvE and probably somewhat of a PvP, even if that's viable. But from what I've seen from the videos of Legion PTR and something, protection is actually pretty good on PvP. So let's give it a look as well. So first talent we have the Holy Shield, increases your block chance by 10% and allows you to block spells, and your successful blocks deal 4000 holy damage to your attacker. I believe this is pretty good for a talent for both PvE and PvP. Probably more inclined for PvE, but let's take a look at the others so we can have an opinion about this one. So we have then Blessed Hammer, which replaces Hammer of the Righteous, which is the main. Actually, it's not the main, but it's the filler probably. And what it does is throws a Blessed Hammer that spirals outward, dealing holy damage. Is it the same holy damage? No, it's less holy damage to enemies that hits, and causing them to deal 50% less damage to you on their next auto attack. This kind of good. Does this work on bosses? Because if it does, then it will. I mean, it's probably a constant. It has a 4-second recharge. It's a constant damage reduction. Okay, let's see this one. Consecrated Hammer. Hammer of the Righteous has no cooldown. Oh, okay. Hammer of the Righteous, Shield of the Righteous, and Light of the Protector now always gain the benefit of consecration. And Hammer of the Righteous has no cooldown. So no cooldown would be it would be better if you were I don't know, dispatching many ads, so you just pop up your consecration and you keep dealing Hammer of the Righteous, blocking the damage, the AoE damage. That's what I'm seeing from it. I always gain the benefit, so I don't even need to pop consecration. Okay, this consecrated armor is AoE, hands down. I don't know. I'm not seeing any benefit on a PvE fight while you're tanking a boss. So this is probably dispatching ads. Then we have this one. This one would be, I don't know. It feels kind of yeah, you know what I mean. It's 15% less damage to you on their next auto attack, so it's only melee. Could be good to be used against melees on arenas, rogues, warriors, DKs, monks, and so on. But I would go with the Holy Shield, the passive one, for even when you're if you're going for an arena against or even rated battlegrounds as a protection paladin. Holy Shield is your in my opinion it is the talent of choice. A 10% block chance, it's an extra armor, and then allows you to block spells. I mean, no, to me that this is the best talent for PvE, hands down. So on the next talent we have the First Avenger, which increases the damage of Avenger's shield by 50% and increases the chance for its remaining cooldown to be reset by abilities and talents by 15%. But now it's only one target. Could be good, could be bad. Let's take a look at the others. Bastion of Light immediately grants 3 shares of Shield of the Righteous. 3. Oh, and you have 3 as well. 14 seconds cooldown. So this is kind of oh shit scenario while you must survive no matter what, probably, even with the amount of cooldowns that you have, the defensive cooldowns that you have. Okay, let's take a look at the last. Judgment can also trigger Grand Crusader. So what is the Grand Crusader? Oh, it's the cooldown on your Avenger shield. Whoa, this is kinda tricky. Avenger shield and increase the chance for its remaining cooldown to be reset by abilities and talents by 50%. But now it's only one target. I really don't know. I'm really not seeing a pattern here. So probably for PvP I would go for Crusader Judgment, so that it can also trigger Grand Crusader. So I use this one, and then I can have the proc for the shield. This one I'll probably see this one better as a, I don't know, a specific boss fight that you're having trouble surviving, perhaps. I don't know what the mechanics are going to be in Legion. Perhaps this one would be the best for a tanking scenario. And then these ones, they're like, I don't know, it hits only one target, it increases the damage. Well, it deals kind of damage. I mean, this one would probably be best used for PvP, I don't know. Let's just see the effect of this one. Oh, it does nothing. Okay, there's no effect. Alright. So I don't know, this one for PvE tanking on a very specific boss fight, and then for PvP, I don't know. Perhaps this one not be used on the common PvE fights. It deals more damage. and then this one is just, I don't know, it doesn't silence and it doesn't interrupt. I mean, it's look at what it says. Interrupting and silencing the non-player target. I mean, doesn't silence, so perhaps would be this one as well for PvP. Both these ones, both PvP and PvE, and this one specifically for hard boss fights where you're having trouble in surviving. That's what I can see out of this tire. So going on ahead, we have the CC talent already explained on the video before. Fist of Justice, Judgment reduces the remaining cooldown on Hammer of Justice by 10 seconds. Hammer of Justice stuns the target for 6 seconds. 10 yards range, 1 minute cooldown, so your Judgment 10 seconds less on the cooldown. We have Repentance with 1.5 second cast. It forces an enemy target to meditate, incapacitating the target, and dealing up to a maximum of 25% of the target's health in damage over 1 minute. But it's only usable against demons, dragon, giants, humanoids, and undead, so this is probably not usable on PvP, or if it is, it won't deal any damage. I don't know. And then we have Blinding Light, which emits dazzling light in all directions, blinding enemies within 10 yards, dealing holy damage and causing them to wander. These are in for 6 seconds, so this one I would probably just use Fist of Justice for both PvP and PvE. Not seeing much the effect. This one, Blinding Light, has an absurd cooldown, I don't know. Dragon's Breath from the mage is I don't know, 12 seconds. Blinding Light is 1.5 minute cooldown. Although Dragon's Breath is in a cone, this one is AoE, but even so, 1.5 minutes doesn't feel good at all. The question would be Repentance or Fist of Justice. But Fist of Justice, I mean, you can just switch the stuns. That's what I would go. Alright, for both PvP and PvE. Alright, so on the 60 tire we have Blessing of Spell Warding, which replaces Blessing of Protection, which is this one, causes you to be immune to physical attacks. Place a blessing on a party or raid member, protecting them all from all magic attacks. Whoa. Cannot be used on a target with forbearance, causes forbearance for 30 seconds. Protecting them from all magical attacks. This is... whoa. For both PvE, you're already seeing, I mean, it's going to be a big boom and you just... hey, Blessing of Spell Warding, that's it. I don't know, I'm seeing several encounters where this could be used on the previous content. I don't know, like I'll go on doing this big bada boom, Ultraxion, I don't know, so many stuff, and this can also be good to be used in arena against mages and spellcasters, in not one in specific, but yeah, at least you would have some kind of you see, against spellcaster combo, Blessing of Protection will be useless, and now with this talent you can have that utility. So Cavalier, the talent Cavalier, Divine Steel now has 2 charges instead of 1. It has a 45 second cooldown, so there's a nice movement here. And then we have Retribution Aura. You deal holy damage to an enemy whose melee attack strikes a non-tank party or raid member within 60 yards. So this one would be good against spellcaster comps on the arena, or even battlegrounds, and encounters with where you get the boss where it has I don't know, some frostbolt volleys, or I don't know. That would be best. Cavalier should be used, I don't know, heavy movement encounters, or even well, when you're fighting against against hunters probably, or rogues, when they run and you have to close those gaps. And Retribution Aura, I mean, you deal, I mean, the damage it's just ridiculous. But yeah, it's ridiculous, the damage. Although if you're going for an encounter where you don't need any of these two, Retribution Aura it is. It's passive as well, so yeah. Alright, so on the 75 talent tier we have Hand of the Protector, replaces replaces Light of the Protector, which heals you for an amount of your missing health. And what it does is, it calls down the light to heal a friendly target for 26% of the target's missing health on a 9-second cooldown. Give it or take, so it's less about 4 seconds cooldown. It would be best used on a PvP scenario. I'm not seeing you healing on a PvE scenario unless you're an off tank and you're healing the main tank for 25% of its missing health. Could be a lot, couldn't be that much. Knight Templar reduces the cooldown of Divine Steed by 50% and reduces all damage taken while mounted on your Divine Steed by 20%. This is definitely a PvP talent aligned with Cavalier. Whoa, you go. Definitely you must take these two in order to get the full power of any of the two of each talents. So, and then we have Final Stand. When you use Divine Shield, you also taunt all targets within 50 yards for 8 seconds. I believe taunt doesn't work on PvP, and I kind of find this one pretty stupid actually. I don't know, perhaps I'm not seeing the encounters, but it makes sense. If there are many targets, many ads, I don't know how the encounters will be, but this will be kind of a specific talent. So I would probably take Knight Templar, which for the normal PvE encounter, because it reduces damage and reduces the cooldown by 50%. Man, these two align with each other on PvP, they're going to be a pain in the ass. Just look at this. The cooldown, it is 22. Damn, it's pretty sweet, This one, Hand of the Protector, should only be used if you're, I don't know, depending on the arena or the battleground. I don't know if protection can actually do some damage on the battlegrounds when you have, I don't know, 2 tanks trying to get a flag on your team, and you're healing one perhaps. This one should only be used on also on the PvE perspective. This one could be used on the off tank, but you're not going to waste time switching targets, healing them. I think. Because you want to take as less damage as possible, and you need to focus on what you're doing to get the Shield of the Righteous and such. So I would go with these two on the normal PvE encounter. So on the 90 talents we have Aegis of Light. Channels an Aegis of Light that protects you and all allies standing within 10 yards behind you for 6 seconds, reducing all damage taken by 20%. So this is somewhat of a bubble from the Disciplined Priest. I don't know how was that called. That spell shield. I don't know. It reduces the damage taken, and this one is the same. But you have to keep your let's see how it looks. This is the only usable. So. Oh, sweet! Just look at this. Sweet animation. Pretty intuitive to to see what's going on and what you should do if you see this one. So hell, this is one hell of a talent to use on PvP. I'm not seeing the utility on PvP of this one, but on PvE I didn't even see the other two, but this is the main PvE talent to use, definitely. So Judgment of Light, Judgment now applies Judgment of Light to the target, causing the next 40 successful attacks against the target to heal the attacker for, oh, this is actually pretty sweet. Holy Paladin also had something around these words. I believe it is even the same. Alright, so this would be Ages of Light on a PvE, on a raid boss. It would be dice too. It is good to use on I don't know, against a fight where you have to stack, because if you have a boss fight where all the members are scattered, then it won't be actually useful, and Judgment of the Light would be the best choice. And then and then we have Consecrated Ground, which up to 6 allies standing within your consecration receive healing, and enemies within your consecration. Okay, so this one is the PvP talent. No argument there. It heals. It's 40 successful attacks. It's a lot of attacks. This one would be good to use on if you have many melees on your side. And this one could be good as well, because hey, it's Judgment. You spam this all the time, and you'd keep all this healing together, all this healing up. I mean, and consecration as well, but it's up to 6 allies. While this one would be to everyone except the healers. And the Aegis of the Light you'll use on a oh shit scenario when the boss, I don't know, going to Kamehameha the shit out of the raid, and then you pop your shield and that's it. Okay, I think I explained that pretty good. And now on the last tier we have Righteous Protector, Shield of the Righteous, reduces the remaining cooldown on Light of the Protector and Avenging Wrath by 3 seconds. So Light of the Protector, 3 seconds, you can practically use Light of the Protector and then spam all your shields along with Bastion of the Light and get a lot of heal on a shit scenario as well. So for PvP and PvE, and PvE, yeah, PvP and PvE, the Righteous Protector and Bastion of the Light, both of them sync together would be a good addition. Now Seraphine, 30 seconds cooldown, it does consume. So the Light temporarily magnifies your power, increasing your ace, critical strike, mastery and versatility by 750, and it consumes up to 2 charges on Shield of the Righteous and lasts 8 seconds per charge. This is also a PvP talent. I'm not seeing the benefit of the PvE. Increasing your stats, it consumes the defense you should get. It also goes well synced with the Bastion of Light, I'm sorry. But I'm not seeing the benefit of this on the PvE scenario where you have to defend, where you have to hold the damage from the boss. So as defender now, each enemy within 8 yards reduces the damage that you take and increases the damage that you deal. This effect has diminishing returns. This is an add talent alongside Consecrated Armor. Not even the... I mean, even if you choose this one for 3v3, 8 yards. I mean, but on 3v3, even if there's a healer and 2 melees, you probably only get the effect from 2 of the melees, even if they attack you, which they probably shouldn't, because you're a fucking tank with a lot of talents and shit to reduce the damage taken. I would have to go with Righteous Defender for both PvP and PvE, and would make a better scenario which to I don't know, which you'd be prepared for most with Righteous Protector than the other two. That's what I would choose. Let's see. The effect does stack. There he goes, it heals. Then, but this one, it reduces the damage. As you can see, the heal is instant from the Light of the Protector, so alright. There you go. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time, hopefully on the next review of the specs of the Witch in pre-patch. So I'll see you soon. Goodbye.